Hello everyone, this is Allison Gross, and welcome back to Let's Play Ultima VIII. In our last video, we finally found Sorcerer Enclave, and we're talking to this lady named Bane. And oh fucking look, it's a demon skull and red candles. And that makes me... Did you hear me? Apparently not. If so, please, would you answer? Please return when you wish to speak. That reminds me of something horrible in Ultima IX. The demon skull and red candles. You have the pleasure of return, Damien. I'm gonna restart this. Because I waited too long. Come on now, hurry, hurry. Damn it. Okay, and there's some books there. I should probably read those books. Come here, lady. What is a true name? See, your question that you are sorcerers, no matter... That's not my true name. Power over what? Why, over fire, of course. The true name of the sorcerer is melded to the spell to give it meaning. The true name of the demon binds it to the sorcerer's will. Even the most powerful demon, the Lord of Flames himself, may be commanded so if one also has the tongue of fire. What is the tongue of fire? I know very little about it, save that it is the focus of the sorcerer's ability to control the Lord of Flame. What exactly is a demon? Demon is the essence of a man or woman who has been vanquished by flame. It is almost mindless and filled with a destructive rage that consumes all it sees. It owes allegiance to the Lord of Flame and can be made a servant by a sorcerer with the knowledge and power to control it. Blah, blah, blah. The sorcery. Tell me of the elements. I've never met an outlander before, but you must be from far away to not know of the elements. Far away indeed, nonetheless. Be welcome, for I will tell you of them if you wish it. Do you? Yes. The first is earth, a base and slow element. Its power is over death and the land. It mixes well with fire, but I mislike the feel of it personally. Water is next. It is, of course, unloved by those who follow the sorceress path, but I cannot in good faith call it weak element. For its ballywick, what the fuck is up with ballywick again? Extends throughout the deep sea and the air. It is a fond cohort of it in the storms. The air follows water, and fire uses it as they will. While earth all but ignores it, do not take it lightly, however, for life is its power, and none can exist without it. Fire is last, but also the greatest. As a sorcerer, I know well the caress of the flame. Its power is in the undoing of all that exists. But it is also the ability to create. Does not a blacksmith use it to forge a better steel? Does not a baker use it to make the bread that feeds him? That's actually a very good point. Too bad the game has decided to make you guys basically unrelentingly evil. Tell me about sorcerers. As you wish, but know this. The real power of the true name will only be given to one initiated in our ways. Would you know about the current sorcerers? Or perhaps some of those that went before? Those that went before. The history of sorcerers is not a subject I am too familiar with. Those who spend their time delving into the greatness of long-dead mages cannot become great themselves. Korodin was the first, but not the best, leader of the Cabal. Moirdran set the precedent for the calling by challenging Korodrin to a sorceress duel, and defeating him by wit and magic. The calling is a challenge from one sorcerer to another, and invariably ends in the death of one of the participants. No other form of arbitration is allowed, save as the master deems fitting. It is the way by which we keep peace among ourselves. The rules of issuing a call are as follows. No sorcerer may call upon another without the permission of the master, except when the master calls or is called. Only an alkalite may call upon the master. Sorcerer who breaks these simple rules can usually number his remaining days upon one hand. What is the Cabal? Cabal is simply the term we sorcerers use to mean our kind, collectively. It is made up of one master, one first alkalite, 3 other alkalites, and various other disciples. What is a disciple? A disciple is a sorcerer and therefore a full member of the Cabal, but they have not been instructed in the selected group called alkalites. Not to champion my own meager abilities, but only the most powerful and or skilled disciples are allowed to join our ranks. What do you mean by first alkalite? The first alkalite is chosen to be the master's second in command and tends to the daily affairs of running the enclave. The master needs someone who understands people, someone with a vision for the future. Vardian, our current first alkalite, is not this someone, for to the contrary, he lingers in the past, observing our outdated traditions for tradition's sake, but I digress. Perhaps you grow bored with this line of conversation. No, please go on. Not bored, just disinterested. I will entrust to you further knowledge of our predicament. I have reason to believe that Vardian is preparing to assassinate the master. He thinks that Melchior breaks with too many of the old traditions, but fears his power. Should he kill Melchior and become master, he will return the enclave to the days when sorcerers were shunned by the rest of the island's populace. To get to the point at hand, I must ask a favor of you. I need someone to enter the confidence of the first alkalite and inquire from him his true name. This will aid me in performing a scrying to know Vardian's motives. Will you do this? If so, I can offer you a position as a disciple or even alkalite, should Vardian's intention be murderous. Let me think on it. I apologize for placing this pressure on you, but it is of dire consequence. I will await your answer. Thank you, lady. I had a lot more to talk to you about. Hey. Talkie to me. Yes? Okay, we're gonna restart because that locked us into this thing, and she's got a lot more to say. Wow. She's like the biggest plot dump in existence. Come here, lady. Wish we didn't have to go through all of this shit. What is your true name? Not so quickly, Damien. Perhaps when we have grown accustomed to each other more, I will reveal it to you. Until that time, it shall remain mine and mine only. Tell me about sorcerers. Tell me more of Korodin. Truly, I know little else of the man. He died ages ago, and before that he did little to recommend him to memory. Do you know more about Madron? He was a great sorcerer, quite possibly the greatest. It was his insight that brought about the magical formula we use in our sorcery. He created the Elder Tongue. Well, it's not very elder if he created it, to aid in the manipulation of fire and our modern spellcraft. In truth, I wish I could have been one of his contemporaries. But there is no telling what great mysteries were lost upon his death. How do I get back to the... Tell me of the Enclave in Morgalen. The Sorcerer's Enclave sits in the arms of Demon's Crag, overtopped by Mount Morgalen. The volcano is the namesake of the island. Why is the crag named after demons? Long ago, this was the place where the first demon appeared. Would you care to hear the tale? Yes. Man and his only daughter, Ariana, were pursued up the crag by Zealans who wished to take his life, and more from his daughter. Yes. Zealans cornered the man and his child upon the cliffs overlooking the fiery river of lava. At last, seeing all hope of escape vanish, the man decided that he would rather his daughter go to a quick and painful death than go to the fate the brutish Zealans had in store for her. Tears in his eyes, he threw his lovely daughter into the lava and turned to face the Zealans. The beast turned upon the wounded man, and it was almost upon him. He yelled out, "In the name of my beloved Ariana, please leave me be." Okay. Does Morgalen have a meaning? Yes, indeed it does. It means dark jewel in the tongue of the elders. You are a curious sort, aren't you? Is there anything else you would wish me to discuss? Just as they were about to finish off the badly wounded man, a hideous reddish beast leaped out of the lava and slew them to a man. As the dying man's last words, the demon vanished in a cloud of brimstone. As fortune would have it, the man lived a while yet to tell his tale. Can I talk to you now? Hey. Tell me about sorcerers. Or over what? You. Okay, get back here, lady. What is an acolyte? I, for one, am an acolyte sorcerer. Acolytes are the group of sorcerers that the master calls upon to aid him in the performance of his sorcery. Alright, hey, come back here. Now I'm going to talk to you about the current sorcerers. The living sorcerers of the cabal are divided into two groups, the body and the will. The body is made up of all of the acolytes, and the will is that of the master. What about the disciples? Farewell. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk to you until you can, like, force me to make a deal with you. Okay, move aside, lady. I want to read your books. No. Armor of Flames. The sorcerer is bathed in a corona of flames that ward off fire. Of a magical nature, these flames will protect the sorcerer for a time, then vanish. Runes. Was Sankt Flamme. Red candles. Both Pernakovi and Merzelzi. Oh yeah, this is... Been rewatching some of my old videos. Way back, these are points on the pentagram. Ash at Merzel Pub, Obsidian at both, Pervolocane, Iron at the Amphileon, Brimstone at Marselzay. Yeah, those are points on the pentagram, and where we have to put those things. I don't remember which points are which, because we read that book a long time ago. Now we're getting into the details of sorcery, so let's learn about sorcery. Sorcery. This is the one that I have the most difficulty understanding. I don't really understand how necromancy works. We put stuff in a pouch. Tempestry, whatever. Theurgy, you just have these focuses, and I remember you click on them. Thaumaturgy, which I still hate that word, but we're going to get to that in a little while, I think works basically like a regular, like normal spellcasting does. This sorcery stuff I really don't understand, but you'll see when I read the description. Sorcery deals in the magic of fire and destruction, having long ago founded the cabal that bound Pyros, the titan of fire, to their wills. In doing so, they also garnered the ability to call upon his servants, the demons. In the performance of sorcery, one must use rituals, reagents, foci, magical words, and a specially designed protective circle called a pentacle or pentagram for the 5-pointed star contained within. The tremendous power of Pyros are released in great gouts of flame, and only a trained sorcerer would dare call upon them. Even then, the pentacle is required to keep the sorcerer from being consumed along with the reagents. The sorcerer places the spell's focus at the pentagram's center, the candles at each point around the circle, and the reagents near the candles, all while intoning the mystical words to shape the unbound energies. When this ritual enchantment is done, the sorcerer is left with a charged, even multiply charged, glowing focus suffused with the powers of the spell. The spell can then be cast at any time. So I guess how this works is that we do a ritual in a pentagram, kind of like, but that was a wimpier form of the summoning Pyros ritual from Ultima IX. And then we have some item that we carry around that we can just like click on to zap the spell. So the reagents for sorcery: volcanic ash for flame. I thought it was all flame. The refuse of the volcano has the property of creating the initial spark of fire. Pumice for distance. This rock, cast highest and farthest from the volcano, retains the etheric impetus built up in the flight. Obsidian, duration. While seeming to be fragile, easily broken substance, it endures the heat of the volcano. Pig iron. Protection. Iron's hard yet versatile nature works in protective sorcery as no other reagent can. It's so dangerous, I would think I would want protection in all of it. Brimstone. Power. This is the rock that burns, or more to the point, in sorcery explodes. Okay. A virtually limitless source of power dwells within its etheric composition. Demon Bone, summoning and binding. Having taken a hint from the necromancers, the cabal found that bone does indeed retain its tie to life. It is even useful in the ritual of binding, when it's a different ritual of binding than the one in Ultima IX. When enough power is at hand, demonic forces are summoned and controlled by the use of this reagent. Alright, and we're running short on time, so we should cut the video off here. So next time, bye!